It had been several long days. It was hard to know how many exactly, between coming to the horrible conclusion I couldn't even go to sleep or pass out or anything, and spiraling thoughts, falling into panic attacks that lasted for hours on end. How can you have a panic attack if you don't have a body? I feel like there's an important intersection of like your conscious mind and how much your neurochemistry is involved in this. And if you're a spooky ghost and you're not able to hurt yourself, then I don't know why your brain can do this. I feel like your soul can freak out, but like a panic attack, I feel is like a biochemical reaction more than anything. Like your brain gets stuck in a loop after that first freak out I had. I mean, I've had panic attacks. Don't think I don't know. After that first freak out I had, when I finally had enough semblance of control over my mind, I retreated as far away from Anon, from everything as I could. Not that it helped, of course. I was still in his apartment. I could have ran, but it somehow felt like abandoning him entirely would have been worse. I could see easily how burnt out he looked when I was starting to wrestle control back to myself. Are you okay, Annie? He whispered to me. He was sitting on the edge of the bed, staring into the far distance, when he asked. I think I had been quietly sobbing for an hour or two at that point. He looked at me. He looked so tired. Unfortunately for the both of us, that just set me off again. Each time I got to thinking about it all, about what I did to everyone, what I did to him, it sent me to hysterics again. Fuck. I finally got why all this horror movie and shit had wailing ghosts as a trope. God knows how long I've been doing it. God knows I've been doing it the whole time. I like how everyone's so flippant about the fact that you're a spooky ghost, but it's not flippant enough for it to feel like that's the point. I kind of like the intermediary, but I don't know if Anon's the one who should be doing it, considering that's his default state, technically. Oh, yeah, you can't look at fucking previews on Steam. Like that. And every time I freak out again, it seemed to chip a little away at him a little more. For some reason, even when I was freaking out, he just resolved to lay there in his bed. I knew he wasn't asleep. Any errant, snifferless sob on my part visibly made him flinch. Why are we just repeating the exact scene from Fang's perspective? I feel like you could establish this from someone else's angle by just having characters communicate like they should in stories like this. I was passively torturing with my crying, and there was barely anything I could do to control or stop it. I think that was part of why I started to try and actually get a hold of myself. It wasn't easy. Image of the shooting. Naomi, Nasser, and the others. Maria shooting out on. That all-consuming rage. That all-consuming regret. It was easy for them to worm into my mind like a centipede. Why not a worm? Why a centipede? Those are not known for worming into things. Millions of little legs stabbing at my brain. Go for a millipede. And letting my emotions overwhelm me. But each time it happened over the past few days, I never actually felt better. And as angry and miserable as I've been in the last year or two of my past life, at least crying would give some semblance of relief or cleansing. That implies that like bio-neuro doesn't apply, which means that the panic attack thing is weirder. But now nothing. Was that a fucking ghost thing? Divine punishment for what I did? I certainly deserved that much, even if I fucking hate the idea about it. It'd have been easy if the crying had given some relief, but it never seemed to. I mean, it was a pure manual effort. Anytime the sensation and urge to fall into despair hit me, when the memories hit me, I had to fight it. I failed most of the time. But if nothing else, I could say I was getting better. Unfortunately, okay, listen, I'm kind of getting it. Your shit sucks, and you're trying your best. It would follow because the last few days. And on the it seem like this, you already said that. Checking the microwave. Why are we describing his fucking leg? Why are we fucking recalling this shit? We know what he was in. We were in his POV. His expression doesn't matter at that point anymore because we know his innermost intimate thoughts. Humans had denser bones than terrors. I mean, fair enough. No, stop it, Fang. Stop. Pull up your pants and pull down. Could you even pull down your pants? Would there be anything down there? It feels like if you came with clothes, like there's nothing under them. You couldn't move them. They're part of you. They're how you see yourself in the mirror. need to get out of here. Anon? I whispered just loud enough that he could hear me, but quiet enough that he wouldn't, hopefully, react poorly. What? Staring at me for a moment. Took a half step backwards to grab my right upper arm with my... That is too specific! Why are we like this? It was really awkward. What do you mean? He stared at me for a long moment, because everyone fucking stares for moments. Dear God, this writing is falling apart. Or maybe he was staring through me. After a long moment, he stared at me for a long moment. He stared at me for a long moment. He pushed himself off the bed and turned to face me. Him being disoriented directly at me really highlighted how rough he looked. He was only wearing his jeans and undershirt, but he hadn't been taking care of himself. Couldn't really pick out a smell about him, but given that I'd been with the whole time, my nose was probably used to it. Or you're a ghost and you can't smell shit. But filthy humans could reek. Couldn't imagine he smelled great at the moment. Wearing the same clothes for 3 days and hadn't showered in that time either. I never really got a good idea for what his routine's worth in retrospect. I used his bathroom before, of course, and I smashed it up. I knew he had some crap in the shower that must be not his hair, but his skin. Both humans use no hair shampoo for their scalps. I don't think shampoo applies, you just use soap. Regardless, the shower hadn't been on a single time since I came back from the graveyard with him. His face told a similar story. Deep, heavy bags under his eyes, and he could barely hold focus when he stared at me. This guy is literally about to die, Fang. He's sleep deprived to death. I'm gonna take a walk, get some air, clear my head. Are you sure that's a good idea? Why wouldn't it be? You just look completely terrible, dude. You need to get some sleep, not go on a 4 a.m. walk through Skid Row of all places. His pushback on this was a little frustrating. Like, oh, saying it. Yeah, but he's fucking exhausted. Why would he be sane? I can't sleep, Fang. That's half the problem, he said, a bit of edge coming into his voice, his brow scrunching in annoyance. You can't do it out here, Anon. You'll get mugged. You know how Skid Row is. Why was he being so difficult? He was just trying to help. Yeah, I do. I lived here for months now. You visited, like, twice. So, the hell has it got to do with anything? It's dangerous, idiot. You need sleep. Which you get here, not out there. That is bold. And you didn't fuck up the problem that you have with this, where it automatically adds spaces if you don't include the all characters. If I could, I would, but I can't. I'm going for a walk. Listen, that's technically good advice for getting sleep. You never fucking listen to anything I say. I'm here trying to help and you blow me off. What happens if you get stabbed in the alley somewhere? Immediately, the heat in my head left me. How can you feel heat in your head? You're a spooky ghost, man. Get out of here. And I'm taking a full step back. Everyone back off. 1 step forward and 2 steps back. He raised his arm slightly to defensive posture. His eyes widened reflexively, but the look of them told me that he was having trouble focusing properly. I was freaking him out again. In turn, I was freaking him out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. How about you leave the room, Fang? Get out of the room and let the man sleep. I feel like the problem is that you're just there. Get out. Pulling my arms around myself. I'm just worried. You just don't look very good. Like, keep watch. After a long moment of nothing further happening, he relaxed. Isn't that what Two Souls was about? That fucking goofy ass, I'm haunted by my dead brother thing? Pulling my arms around myself. I'm just worried. You don't look so good. I don't feel so good. After a long moment of God damn these long moments. He relaxed and slowly blinked at me, one eye staring before the other. Well, race my concerns further. What the hell could I do at this point? Look, I'll just stay here. You can clear your head. And then when you get back, you'll get yourself some real sleep, okay? Why are you staying here? I'd able to go out there and follow him after snapping at him, worried as was. I feel like having a ghost watch out for you would be very handy if you're worried about getting mugged. Me looking behind him after that little argument. No, that just stirred up things between us even more. And that was the last thing either of us needed right now. I had no idea what to do about, well, me. Whatever this hell was. And if anyone went and say I was out of luck with any of that. Hell, I wasn't even sure other people could see me or not. And that wasn't something I felt like risking right now. After another moment, this time it's not long, it's quiet. He nodded and noted a simple, okay. Okay. After picking up the same old outer shirt he'd worn a few days ago and slipping it on, I reflexively scrunched my snout. I think I need a shower after some sleep. There's a good chance that when he got back, his brain would have reset to his smell levels. After he was just fucking leave the room, man. Why are you so insistent on staying in a stinky apartment? His work towards doors, I stood there at the boundary of the kitchen space and living. What? He stayed only for a heart move as he passed me, continuing through the door. How do you feel about people passing through you, Fang? That feels like something people want to talk about when they're spooky ghosts. God, what the hell are we going to do? I'm a fucking ghost, and he's bordering as cracked as I must have been when I went to... No, none of that right now. I can't be a mess when he gets back. I'll never get some... Yep! Our affections squealed and suddenly went sliding backwards. What was it? Oh, your soul tethered to him. I looked back down, and my feet were still firmly planted on the floor, and I was sliding backwards like I was on ice. Someone grabbed my belt line and was dragging me along. Turned my head to see the cabinets on the wall. Shit! To my surprise, I slipped right through the surface of cabinets, through the pipework and insulation in the wall, and ended up in the hall of the apartment complex. As I passed through everything, it felt like, when you walk through a particularly thick mass of cobwebs. That's my entire body shuddered from the sensation. Fang? My head snapped around Anon, his eyes wide. His apes stolen. Anon, Didn't you say you're staying home? I wasn't trying to come. I somehow got fucking pulled backwards right through the damn wall. It's because you're soul tethered. Anon would know this. I stabbed my hands in my mouth. Get a hold of yourself. Yeah, we're really stretching this fucking scene out, aren't we? Trying to push back, but doesn't work. I like how we're immediately going, oh, it's 20 feet at most. Like, I get what you're going for, man, but... Anon can't have 5 minutes apiece. Why are you tethered to Anon? I don't think your romantic relationship was that sexy. Fan of those. Yeah, Anon isn't taking this too well. As he damn well should. This shit sucks. Huh. I just keep quiet. It's like I'm not even here. You're constantly floating behind me. Goosebumps. That's because of tiny muscles on your hair follicles. Man, if Anna just dies right now, that'd be something. That'd be a hell of a power move. Anna, what now? I'm gonna go and hunt Ripley. Yeah, let's go with Ripley. You can't just haunt whoever you want, Anon. Boy, you're stuck with me, and I'm stuck with you, and you know what? I guess we're just gonna have to work with that. Hopefully forever though I didn't walk into fucking traffic. Tried to keep the maximum distance the tether allowed. It's like 20 feet, man. That's like, what, 6 meters? You could be in another room with that. Huh. You could be in another room, or at least through the wall. Be bored of mind a day or two. I mean, I feel like if you have nothing to do all day and you can't sleep, I feel like a spooky ghost would just drive you nuts. Pretty sure AM is never written out with periods like that. Nobody jumped in plodding along. I feel like you just couldn't make a big deal out of this, and then I can go and go, oh, that could have been dangerous. That's cute. Apparently when my boyfriend left. Should have parts in the worst part of the city. Yeah. And you can't just go to school. That's not how ghosts work. Thing isn't gonna come back to life if you rubber on the school really firmly. Shit, I want to come back here like ever. I was supposed to be dead, Anon. This is why I don't want to be here. At 4 a.m., he went on autopilot to school. My heart sank into my stomach, and he cut a turn. What is with everyone in this fucking archway? Was that in an earlier version of the art or something? School. The police tape still there? I mean, we don't know a lot about anyone else, and I guess this is right after he went to the thing, so I guess there'd still be police tape, especially considering the circumstances. Like, the school ain't opening that soon, so. Growing sense of concern was thankfully alleviated when he detoured past the front door of school and turned himself towards the side. The gardens! He was going to the gardens. Seen better days, and I'm possibly taking the view. The vines on that side were going well out of control. It's been like a couple of weeks, right? Can't have been that long, right? I like how you're taking this extremely well right now, Fang. I guess those 3 days of training were all you needed. I ruined everything, you killed yourself, and I'm stuck with you anyway. God dang. You know, I'm impressed you couldn't make it out, because, again, most people seem to be able to hear Anon at a distance of like 30 feet. Man's, man's voice is like a spell. 30 feet distance. Come on, Fang, learn some cool powers like opening doors with ghost magic. Anon, what the hell? You can't just break the fucking window? That's a really dramatic ass music, buddy. Close with the knife. What the fuck are you doing? You're gonna get in trouble. You didn't say anything as it progressed to the hall. Shit, shit, shit. Was it some kind of coping trip? I think Anon went nuts. This is insanity, Fang. You should catch up with him. Was that hallway the one where I killed people? Don't know why, but every time I think about this, I think about like economy, several class rooms up or something. I think I got that from a fic somewhere. Someone had blood here. It was Nasser. Don't go pick up Nasser's ghost too, you fucking idiot. You don't need multiple ghosts. One is bad enough. I mean, Fang could probably help get him up to speed. Okay, you're a ghost, but you can't pick up on ghost stuff. What would have been the door? What did he hit? Yeah, he's pretty mobile for someone who has one fucked up leg. I mean, washing away blood is pretty complex. It's not an easy thing. I wanted to see what the view was like. I don't think that's a good idea. I think give it a fresh air today. How about we? Why not? What do you mean, why not? What the hell do you think you're gonna find there? God, this is so dumb. Mostly because it took too much fucking time to get here. Why are you describing him like this? Like, Fang, you're in like a fucked up mental state, and from your POV, you're like being poetic about it. Like, I don't get this. If you're taking someone's POV, right, and you're doing it in the moment, not as a revisionist history thing, like, it's so weird when characters talk like this, and that's not their natural voice. She's like a baby. She's just like a little baby. My Anno's like a little baby. He's very curious. He's a very good boy. What are you doing? Why are you thinking like this, Fang? This isn't you. Why are we doing POVs if everyone's a little artsy baby? I think I get the appeal now. Appeal of this. One step forward and things just stop. I like how this guy can do this. My heart sank into my stomach, turning into a black ball. I mean, admittedly, Fang, why are you feeling all this stuff? Like, your body, your physiology is very weird. Psychosomatic, sure, but the grunt as he fell to the floor. Man, that can't be good for his hip. You dumb motherfucker. What the fuck was that? No, you shut up. What were you thinking? You toss yourself off the roof? You think you could just leave me? Fang, actually, I thought if I die that you would be set free. You know, that just feels logical. Two ghosts can't be so bound together. Nasser's not here. Naomi's not here. No one else is like this. You moron. I don't like this. That's so weird. Wait, she's holding his shirt now? Wait, you're holding on to his jacket? Don't leave me alone. How the hell is Anon still awake? I feel like at any moment this guy would just fall over. The crowd was on up here. The way everything hit me was fuzzy. No sensation at the point. He wasn't really crying either. Prom night, tears were shed. We're hit frustration. I feel like the big problem I have with this, right, is that Fang being a spooky ghost, what does it actually do? Oh shit, I forgot to turn on the recording window. Like, what does all this do for Anon? It allows him to confront his past and make amends with Fang. But, like, if Fang isn't mechanically an interesting concept, what are you going to do? No one's going to believe Anon when he says, oh, by the way, your daughter is haunting me and she wants me to tell her that things are fine. You know, that's really hard to express. I feel like the story would be about Fang trying to make amends. That'd be interesting, but I don't think Anon's a good conduit for that, which is in its own right interesting. But the author is kind of just slapping Anon around, if anything. And not in a fun way or deserved way. Get some sleep. God damn, this entire chapter is Anon's got to go to bed. Anon, go to bed. What the hell are we dealing with? It almost felt normal. He just goes to bed on the roof. I'm gonna leave you alone. Can you at least set your mind to fast forward? Hmm. You've been up for 3 days and it's fine. I still feel that being up, like there are I forgot what it was, but there is a what's it called? There is an I forgot. It's a Pathfinder thing, but I forgot where it was, or maybe it was someone's campaign. But like you could, I think you can use restoration to effectively stay awake forever. Um, Let me see if I can find the rules. Okay, we got the restoration spell. What am I looking for? Mostly core rules, the basics. Maybe I need to look for rest. That's usually the term people talk about. Common terms. 5-foot step. I'm looking for rest. Round recovering from sleep deprivation. Oh, here we go. Sleeping and resting rules. Third party. Oh, these are fucking other rules. Rest. Core rules are somewhat vague about on the requirements of resting, and so sleeping extrapolation with the rules taken from D20 SRD with their own personality is used as your own discretion. Huh. Then I have to go to there because if Paizo is being vague about it, we gotta go over there. Hold up. Psionic powers, injury and death. I don't think there's actually all that many rules for this. You really get down to it. This doesn't seem to help all that much. Let's see. But yeah, greater restoration, lesser restoration eliminates fatigue and improves exhausted to fatigued. So theoretically, you can use those spells to coffee yourself up. I mean, clerics can learn it, and a bunch of other characters can. So theoretically, someone can just spend 3 rounds, and they can get sleep, and everyone else doesn't. I don't recommend it. I feel like if you stay awake, you'll go nuts. You need sleep for your brain to reorganize itself a little bit, and also just having that breakup, and just that. I feel like there's more to sleep. There's a psychosomatic element on top of everything else. There for later day. So apparently, Fang can fast forward, I guess. Maybe you go along with him while he's asleep. That would make you less useful as a watchman, in which case I'm kind of annoyed. I like how the school is described as abandoned. It's not abandoned, man. Abandoned implies that people are coming back for it. It's just closed until they can sort the shit out. Sure, the worst way to spend a morning. I don't like this chapter. It's long in the tooth. Beautiful, cruel, also terrifying and irrational. I have a genuine phobia of ghosts. Yeah, that's what a phobia is. If you're terrified irrationally. When I was a kid, I was wondering she was an old ghost lady from Japan. I was entirely convinced she was real. And stop believing in my imaginary friend out of fear. God damn. You got... I don't... Strong emotions and folks will allow him to touch him. Okay, now they're doing... Oh, God damn it. Really? We're gonna spend chapter 3 talking about this? I'm sitting in the center of the floor, staring at the wall above my bed, pencil one another hour. It wasn't like anything bad was going to happen, probably. All the same, but I couldn't help but feel a slight flutter of dissipation in my body. It had been like this moment too. One of us had the idea to test out our ghost powers. I tried to some ideas. My scientifically same sensation regardless of distance. Going literally insane from sleep deprivation or not. Started leaving the TV on for her. Man, I think chapter 3 might be where it starts to do the stuff that I want shit like this to pull off. We also apparently get Rosa. Which is good, because, like... Well, chapter 3 will come when chapter 3 will come. Damn. I'm annoyed now. I'm annoyed that chapter 2 took forever. And realistically, it did like 2 things. That's so annoying with these fic writers, is that they write 5,000 words and they do 2 things with it. Fuck.